Hi, Gary. My name is Sharan Srivatsa. I am the president of Telus Properties. For context, we are the fastest growing real estate brokerage in California with about 450 agents and 20 offices. And my question to Gary is just this. How can a forward-thinking brokerage like ours build a brand on Facebook and Instagram that all our agents can leverage to build their own individual platforms? Thank you, Gary.
So I'll jump into this first one. You can add, Frederick. So because I've given a lot of speeches at, Remax and Keller Williams and all these organizations, and when they're at that level with a lot of offices, they're always trying to think about how they empower their agents. I mean, this is a once in a generation agent that comes along and has that charisma level, gets the opportunity to be on television, and then has that up. Did you like that once in a generation?
I'm listening. Okay. Go on.
So that's not going to happen for everybody. So I think one of the biggest ways that a company can enable their agents, and we see this in insurance, I see this in fast food where people are franchisees, is to create content at scale in a hub that people then have access to, can pull from it, and then DJ the content. So there's some great platforms like Percolate, or you can build something internally, or you can do an email blast. But what I would do as your company is I would invest in video, and I would invest in photography, produce content, give them assets, and then training. I think one of the best things that I've seen from people that have agents, I've seen this in insurance, is they've brought in the forward thinkers and put them in front of their users on a closed platform, live streams, Q&As, consulting opportunities. It's about education and assets, and that's what you want to empower. So it's an investment at the top level. Instead of telling them or trying to get them to do it, force them to get there by overwhelming them with value from the highest level.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Like
it's powerful, yeah.
So
I mean, my point of view of social media has always been to be as personal as possible. Like, I think that's the big, to answer his question, maybe the big challenge for real estate companies, any kind of company, is that they upload photos only of their apartments.
That's right.
Or, I always give this example of United Airlines, who, and I like United Airlines, I travel with them a lot, but they have like 88,000 employees, but only 60,000 something followers on Instagram. They can't even get their own employees to follow them because they upload photos of the airplanes.
That's right.
So, like, if you make it personal.
Or bring value. Or bring value. For example, when you're an airline, if you actually put out content around how to make people travel better, save money when they travel, skip lines, like if you actually brought utilitarian value.
But still, for social media, there's not that many successful accounts. If United Airlines posted photos of people on airports meeting, crying, loving, hugging, for using their vehicles to meet after many years and writing long, personal, emotional text, then it could be one of the most most beautiful, powerful Instagram accounts in the world, right? And then they could sell tickets indirectly. My point is, like, social media is
you see that right behind you? It's a book I wrote a couple years ago called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Well, I'll give it to you, but like, it's what you're describing, which is put out content that's valuable to them, jab, 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 build up equity, and then you can ask for a transaction.
For mine, I have like 600 something thousand followers. I would say 10 to 20% of my business comes from Instagram. Honestly, I launched entire buildings from it. But it's because I also write emotional text, and people 100%. Make fun of me because I'm too emotional. But like, I'm a person, and I'm an emotional person. And then when I finally upload something that's real estate related, there's more stickiness to it. People pay attention. Yes.
My career, different than yours, came from doing a wine show on YouTube in the mid-2000s. Yes. There was a point where I was like, wow, and I was known as like crazy in the wine world. Do you feel like you've become a more extreme version of your natural being because this character, like, I always wonder, like, have I changed? Like, do you feel you're exactly who you were 5 years ago, or do you think you're a more extreme momentum version of yourself because of what's happening?
I know I have the evidence because I've done 5 seasons the last 6 years. So I'm actually, I mean, I was never playing a character because they don't tell us what to do, and the show is, I wish it was scripted, or it's not, right? So, but if you look back, if I look back on the original season, I was much harder and much more. I was kicking and screaming and squealing and making crazy faces. Actually, like, now, I think on the show I'm much calmer and I'm much more centered. Yeah, a little bit, but also kind of watching myself so many years and just seeing this like crazy character. Maybe calm myself. Plus, I'm happy. I'm married. So
life changes.
I don't think it's going that way. I think it's the other.
I also saw an episode where you dressed up in character as Andy
Oh my
Warhol.
God, so freeing. Have you done that ever?
No.
Oh my God, I disappeared. I was so freeing not to be Frederick anymore.
Yes.
I blacked out. I don't even remember anything.
To be Andy Warhol.
Well, I have an obsession too, but it was so amazing to like, now, I mean, I'm looking forward to Halloween. I'm gonna go all out and just like be someone else.